Hey guys, welcome back to InsaneBriT Gaming. I'm the InsaneBriT, and this is a new format that I'm doing where I'm going to talk about individual stories because I feel that the news Friday either comes out a little bit too late and it's all a rush for one big day of news stories or whatever, and it goes on for a little bit too long. So I decided to, as when stories come and go, I will basically try and make a video on it and then release it. It'll be about a 10-minute video on average, I feel. So let me know what you think of the new format, and at the same time, the stories don't get meshed in with each other and you're all confused about what I'm talking about specifically. So, Borderlands 3 is coming to the Epic Store as a timed exclusive. Now, I wasn't a fan of Borderlands. It was an okay game. I felt a bit sick when I played it, so I put it down after about an hour or two. I couldn't continue on with it. Claptrap pissed me the hell off as well. He was just so annoying. I did enjoy the Telltale series though. I did play that for my channel. It is on my channel if you're interested in any kind of Borderlands content. But whatever, and I enjoyed the story and the actual characters themselves. But yeah, that's just my general opinion on Borderlands. However, Randy Pickford, and Gearbox, who've come under attack because it being a timed exclusive to the Epic Store, has come out and said that it wasn't down to Gearbox's choices about where the game is actually sold, but actually the publisher in 2K Games. They are in charge of where it's being sold, and of course, Epic Store have paid them a certain amount of money to actually only have it on their store. And I'll get to some details about that as well. Now, remember, the Epic Store is actually trying to compete with PC gaming in respects to Steam, their rival store. Plus, there's incentive for the likes of Gearbox or even 2K Games or publishers or whatever to put their games on Steam. On Epic Store, because they're not only paying for the privilege of actually having that done, at least in the beginning anyway, to kickstart this actual store, but they're actually paying more money per sale. So let's give you some figures here. Steam wants 30% of every single sale of your game. 30%. Where the Epic Store just want just 15%, which is really good for developers and publishers, because they get to keep more of their money, which can only be a good thing, or I would say. Which basically means more money goes to the publisher or the developer and not the store, which could mean free DLC, events, skins, and they're able to reinvest that money back into the actual franchise, possibly making, just say for example, a Borderlands 4. Who knows? Whatever. We're just, it's just saying that the numbers are high and you want to support the people that make your games, kind of thing, which I think is really good. Plus, you want to break the monopoly that Steam has over PC gaming. There has been a lot of issues with it, and possibly making them better as an actual company. And we'll get to that in a little bit as well. However, there are some criticisms of the Epic Store, which I can fully understand at this point in time. The criticisms well, basically, it will need a full 6 months to add a shopping cart. Which seems like a store basic to me, which basically means you have to buy the games individually. So Borderlands 3, put it in there, buy it, and then put another thing, and then just buy it. It's weird the way that's working. The idea that it takes 6 months is kind of stupid in itself. I don't understand the logic in that and how long it's taking when you're launching a store like that. But whatever. There's some other problems too with it, and things that's missing. So, for example, there's no preloading times. I don't think there's any streaming. There's no modding, etc. Which I would say about pretty much basic to a point. Maybe the modding will be added later. I can understand, but at the same time, other things like the shopping cart and stuff and preloading. I mean, PlayStation, all that has that kind of thing. You know what I mean? But whatever, it is what it is. So yeah, there are always going to be some teething problems with a new store, but at the same time, not having a shopping cart to me is just kind of stupid. But whatever, it is what it is. Now, some people are saying that this basically is anti-consumer, giving people less choice to buy the games, which I kind of understand and is annoying, having to go to different stores and stuff like that and sign up with different companies. I've had to do it in the past and I found it kind of frustrating. Of course, you want all your games in one particular library, whether it be Steam, whether it be PlayStation, whether it be Xbox. You just turn on a console, you just, you know what I mean? You go to that one particular area so you can just click and don't have to log into multiple sites if you're switching between games. I kind of understand that. I understand completely. However, there are other examples of this, what you've had to do in the past, and it's not something that's been a new thing in its entirety. When you look at other games like the likes of Blizzard, you want to play World of Warcraft, you have to go to blizzard.com, and there are a bunch of other games as well. If you look at other timed exclusives, as PlayStation fans who are fans of Tomb Raider and Lara Croft, Xbox had a timed exclusive with Tomb Raider 2, I think it was, or was it 1? I'm not too sure. I think it was 2, where they basically said we want it as a timed exclusive, and you had to wait a full 6 months to actually play the game. And as hardcore PlayStation fans who the actual game was on the original console, we're like, what? You know, this doesn't make sense to us. That riled up a lot of people, and I don't know if the game did as well. I mean, but either way, I think it was a solid product anyway. I've yet to play the second one, but I played the first one on my channel. But you see what I'm saying? It's kind of we've had to all do it kind of thing. Even though I didn't like it, but at the same time, the store is just a store. It is not a console, so you don't have to go and buy, you know, just say an Xbox to play Borderlands 3 or a PS4. You've got those options. You can just, it's just a store. You can just go to one store, a specific store, and buy it. So you'll get to play it. You just won't be playing it on Steam. And you won't be able to have certain features, which again, I know is kind of frustrating. If you really want, and you've got a console, why not just buy it on console? Then you'll get it, and you'll have certain features or whatever. You'll be able to play with your friends, talk to them, stream it, whatever. Again, that's entirely up to you, however dedicated you are, or if you really, you know, because I know a lot of people prefer keyboard and mouse rather than the actual sticks or whatever. It is what it is. But you got to look at the bigger picture here, and that is they are trying to break the monopoly with Steam, so they don't have full control over the PC. You know, but they have got a massive market share. Let's be honest with you, probably about 90%, dare I say, or maybe a bit less now. I don't know. The exact figures, but there are always some criticisms of Steam where it's not curated. There's a lot of issues going on with it, or has been in the past. A lot of people complain about it. For all its good things that it's got and the features, there are issues with it. And I got to be honest with you, looking at other companies being competed with or being forced into doing some kind of action, hopefully with Epic Store actually having Borderlands 3 on their store only, it's gonna make the likes of Steam, and when this happens again and again and again, and they lose money, they actually become better. They have to re-engage with the community and go, hold on, what's wrong with this website? What's this? What's that? And they really start looking at it. If you look at YouTube and the apocalypse, they, you know, people used to always complain to YouTube, and we never got listened to, and all the rest of it. When the apocalypse happened, basically they were like, oh shit, let's get on this and let's talk to you know, let's make our own channels, let's communicate with the community, and they started to do stuff because they were losing money. Hopefully, of course, with Epic Store competing with them now, the likes of Steam, they will get better as a company, and it will be better off for us, and they'll be more engaging, they'll sort stuff out and address community issues, whatever's happening in the Steam community. So I only think that competition could be a good thing to help improve Steam in the long run, and we always want more competition, and it's good for us as consumers because they'll be doing. Price has always been good on Steam to a point with great deals, I'm not denying that. But there'll also be, when you've got consumer choice, we don't have to keep buying at Steam. You know, they can compete with each other like Xbox and PS4 do, or even PS4 compete with the actual stores, because I find that some of the deals they have on the PS Store, for example, are a lot cheaper than the physical copies on Amazon. With the deals they got, you know, I can like cut like 10, 15, 20 quid off the price of a particular game that I want. So I think in the long run this is going to be a good thing. Yes, it is kind of frustrating to have to bounce around to various stores and stuff, but it is just for Borderlands 3. But you may end up using Epic Store a lot more, because essentially in the future they're going to have a lot more games and stuff like that that you may want to play. Whether they're exclusive or not, it's a different story, but you know, you may end up enjoying their experience a lot better. A lot more than the actual Steam experience. Who knows? It depends on what happens in the future. But they are trying to kickstart it, so I can understand. I can only theorize that this is going to happen more and more with the Epic Store, just to try and get more people over to their store. If it weren't for this situation, would we be talking about the Epic Store? I know I wouldn't. And at the end of the day, personally, my personal view is I'm not a fan of the timed exclusives, especially relating to platform. But I don't care about the store itself. But I understand the pain. But think, if I think about it, more money to the people that make our games increases the chances of more content, the new game in that franchise, and supporting the people that make the games you basically love. Or you can just, if you're not that fussed, you can always buy it on console anyway. But anyway, guys, I'll leave a poll in the community tab or whatever, or on Twitter. You know, are you happy about the Epic Store? I don't know, I'll come up with some kind of question relating to this, but let me know in the comment section. So, are you happy to buy it on the Epic Store, or are you sticking with Steam? Are you protesting it like a lot of people are saying they do? Or are you going to buy it on console? Or are you just going to wait, or not, maybe even boycott the game in its entirety? Let me know in the comment section below. Check out that community tab poll, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.